YouTube, the Smokehouse back here with you, and today we're gonna do some nice burgers. I've got my potato bread, aka Martin's potato rolls. This process started for me yesterday, so I trimmed the brisket. That brisket is now in the freezer, and I used my fat and my lean and my point meat to make some patties. These have been sitting in the fridge overnight. Let's go ahead and get our seasoning ready. Alright, we're going with some black pepper, and salt. Real simple. We're going to smoke these and then sear them. Alright, I'm getting here with my hands. The salt, pepper mixed up. Probably gonna need a little bit more. Let's put a little bit more black pepper. Don't worry, because we're smoking these, the black pepper won't be as pungent as it currently is. Oh, Jesus. Alright, this is gonna be our seasoning for these burgers. Might not do all of these, I'll do 4 or 5. Alright. Now we're gonna get these burgers seasoned up. Alright, let's get a few of these patties seasoned up. Again, the only thing we're doing, taking that seasoning and covering it. Now these are a bit dry because they have been in the fridge overnight. So we're gonna press this seasoning in. We want it to stick. We're gonna start getting a good bark. Alright, we also get the edges. Not too hard. Looks something about like that. The pepper is working on me. Still pungent, but like I said, after this cook, it won't be as pungent as it is now. Those edges, real easy. I think we're going to do one more. Again, there's nothing that I've done here that you can't do at your house. You guys have seen me grind meat. I didn't get that on the camera yesterday. Broke down. I think it was about a 16-pound brisket. So these burgers are going to be pretty simple but delicious. Like I said, we're going to smoke and then sear them off here on my stove. Ensure that crust is nice and sturdy. And then we're going to start assembling these burgers. Probably no lettuce, no tomato. It'll be burger sauce. Probably some caramelized onions. I made my own sliceable cheese. And then got my own pickles. Keeping it that simple. But I promise you, flavors won't be lacking. Alright, that's going to be it for the amount of patties I'm going to season. I've got a fire going. I'm going to go ahead and drop a log on there. I'd say these would probably, I'm trying to get these to 120. I'm trying to get these in between 120 and 130 degrees Fahrenheit. I'll bring you guys back when I'm getting ready to put these on the smoker. Stay tuned. Alright, we got the burger patties on. These are going to sit here and smoke. I'm going to stoke my fire because I got a little bit more smoke than I like. But we're going to run this temp at between 250 and 275 till these get approximately 120, between 120 and 130. The prime place to stop is 120, however, the amount of fat content I put in these burgers, I want to make sure that fat gets rendered right. I don't want nobody chewing on the raw fat. And then from there, once they hit 130, we're going to take them, let them cool, and then we're going to get these seared off on stove top on the inside, and we'll put these burgers together. Stay tuned. Alright, let's get a burger sauce together. I've already got about half a cup of mayonnaise here in my restaurant container. We're gonna cap that off with some mustard. That's about a good tablespoon. We're gonna hit it with some ketchup, another tablespoon. Then I am going to hit it with, so these are some of my homemade pickles that we will be enjoying on these burgers. So I'm going to get me some of that juice in there along with the dill and anything else that falls in there. Alright, so let's call that 2-3 teaspoons. And now we're going to give it a mix. Give it a good mix. Probably should be using a whisk. Get some of those chunks out, but we'll be okay. Actually, I'm going to switch to a whisk. Alright, the whiskey business. Alright, there's my sauce. I'm going to get this in the fridge. It's a bit loose now, but time spent in the fridge will get it to tighten up a little. Stay tuned. Alright, burgers have hit a temp of 130. We're going to sit here and chill out. I'm going to go ahead and start a fire on my oven and get these onions going on for some sauteed onions and get these seared off. I'll bring you guys back when we got something happening. Alright, here are my patties. You can see we're building some more extra crust. I send them off here on the hot plate. I'm going to go ahead and get cheese over these. And we're going to let it rock. I'll bring you guys back when we get ready to put this awesome burger together. Stay tuned. Alright, let's put two of these hamburgers together. I'm first going down with my sauce. Again, like I said, I'll try to keep this burger as simple as possible with its biggest flavor. I'm going down with some onions and pickles. You can hear I still got the meat on my stove, building an excellent bark, excellent crust. Again, this burger is simple, but it's all about structure, right? So I'm toasting these buns to build some structure. So our sandwiches our burgers just doesn't give way. But I am absolutely going ham with these delicious pickles. I've been given a stamp of approval by my son on these. He said they kind of remind him of Sonics. I'm also not going to dry them off. I want some of that juice to get in there and mingle, right? Then now we're going to get beautiful patty. Put it down. This is the one that was kind of splitting. However, cheese kind of helped it to hold its integrity. Right on top. I'm going to get some sauce. These buns are toasted, by the way. I'm going to get some sauce. Like that. And then we're going to cap that baby off. And that's as one of the simplest burgers you can make, but I promise you it's packing big flavors. Let me finish making these burgers. I'll bring you guys back for a taste test. Alright, we're back here. I'm going to go ahead and close this video out. I've got my homemade pickles here. I'll be eating on these. These are good. These go good with anything, sandwiches or anything else that you're gonna cut pickles up. You need relish in. You can use a little of this juice. This pickle juice will also be making an appearance in my brisket videos. I use everything, man. I try not to throw anything away. So let's get into this burger. I got one more patty left. I'm probably gonna sear it off, and it'll be left over for anybody that want one. But look at the structure. The buns is not too soggy. That steam has came in and created a bit of softness in the buns. You see those pickles hanging off of there? We got some of that beautiful pickle juice that's combined with that that burger sauce that I made. And again, those beautiful brisket burgers, right? We smoked them off on the smoker. They reached a temperature of 120 and 130. Brought them in, let them cool down some, and then because of the fat content that I put in these burgers, I imagine it was somewhere between 70, 30, maybe 80-20, maybe a bit over with the fat percentage, right? I did not want these to be dry because then they're crumbly. Everybody's chewing for much longer than is needed. And then we came in, I seared them on my plancha on my stove. So let's give it a taste. Smells good. You would think for as much salt and pepper that I put on the outside of these, it's really salt and pepper heavy. Oh yeah. You see that? Still pink in the center, but I promise you it's done. It's juicy. It's got a bit of a salty undertone, but it's not overly salty. That pepper has lost its bite. Those pickles bring their brininess, a little sweetness. Those onions in the background. You can see that juice coming out. It's delicious, guys. This is probably one of the easier recipes I've done on my channel. If you haven't made your own brisket burgers or hamburgers, give it a try. I promise you can develop some in your own kitchen better than what you can get at one of these fast food restaurants. Be Smokehouse. Until next time, be Smokehouse out.